Now, when it comes to Jehovah Witnesses, they have private interpretations. They think they have the ability to go into the Bible and interpret the Bible, but the Bible interprets itself. When you go to Isaiah 8, chapter 8, verse 20, it tells you, to the law and to the testimony, if they do not speak according to this word, there is no light in them. Then in 1 John 4:11, it tells you that you have to speak as the oracles of God. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. You can't come out of your mouth and say something is symbolic. You see, and that's what these dragons do. Now, they revelation, and when they go into Revelation, they go to speaking about Israel is symbolic when Israel has never been symbolic. That's not a symbolic thought. That is a nation, and that nation never died off. That nation never had an exit plan out of the Bible. Never disappeared. He never chose another nation. So when they go on and write in their book, they say, quote in their Revelation book, it says, on its 12 gates there are inscribed the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. Therefore, this symbolic city is made up of the 144,000 who were sealed out of every tribe of the sons of Israel. Now, how in the world you gonna tell somebody this is a symbolic city when all the prophecies, like in Isaiah 14, says that they will return to their homeland? Like in Jeremiah 16, says that they will be delivered, the children of Israel will be delivered and return to their homeland. Who is you red dragons that you can tell somebody they city in the land of Jerusalem is a symbolic city? No, that is the city of David, and they gonna go back there, and you dragons is gonna build a city. Now, where is it? Then it starts off, it says, in harmony with this, the foundation stones have on them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Yes, New Jerusalem is not the fleshy nation of Israel. Who told you? How are you gonna tell somebody that the New Jerusalem ain't gonna be the Israelites when that's the whole definition of the Jerusalem? The finishing, founded of the 12 sons of Jacob. It is a spiritual Israel. Wow. Founded of apostles and prophets. This symbolic city has a huge wall. In ancient times, cities' walls were built for security to keep out enemies. New Jerusalem's great and lofty wall shows that she is spiritually secure. No enemy of righteousness, no one unclean and dishonest will ever be able to gain entrance. Now, you hit that on the nail, because you dragons ain't coming into the city. Ain't no dragon coming into the city. You can hang it up. It's not going to happen. Because y'all unclean, you're dishonest, and you the enemies of the Israelites. You the Edomites, the red dragons on the earth. The children of Esau. Like in Psalms 137, 7 and 8. You dragons are the children of Edom, the daughter of Babylon, Babylon the Great. You see, and you ain't coming into our kingdom. You red dragons is going to be building the kingdom. We going to put you sapsuckers to work. You going to be making bricks, gold, putting gold on the walls, making gold streets. We going to have you laying all this foundation, putting your behind the work. And we going to rule you with a rod of iron. You going to try to tell these people that it's no Israel. You got to be out of your mind. That's private interpretation. You can't look in the book and something say that they gonna go back to Jerusalem and rebuild the city with 12 gates, and only the Israelites gonna be able to come into the city. It's a symbolic city, according to you, and it's a spiritual Israel that's gonna be the ones going in the gates. That's the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life. But they get away with it, and you got the Israelites following the dragons. That's why you say that these red dragons deceive the whole world. Because you're going to come with a private interpretation and tell somebody something is spiritual when it's clear what it's saying. And all of the prophecies prophesied that they going back there. Now let's go to these prophecies. Let's go to this prophecy. Because see, you trying to tell somebody that this is a symbolic city and the Israelites ain't never going back to their homeland. That's what you trying to say, in other words. And a red dragon would say that. Say, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them into their own land. What is that? He will choose Israel. He will choose the 12 sons of Jacob, and he will set them in their own land, New Jerusalem. And the strangers will be joined with them, and they will cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people will take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. You red dragons is going to build a kingdom. And they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You dragons is oppressing us. You going to take our records. You're going to throw us in slavery, take our records, and when we get to reading our records, you're going to tell us that's some spiritual stuff. That's some symbolic stuff. He ain't promised y'all that for real. Y'all not going back to y'all homeland. You see, that's these dragons, man. They does this type of stuff. And so, they want to tell us that we not going back to our homeland. Let me get one more before I close out. Jeremiah 16. Jeremiah 16. It start at 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be no more said, the Lord liveth that brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought the children of Israel, the bloodline of Israel, from the land of the north, and from all the lands whether they had been driven, and will bring them again to their land, New Jerusalem, that I gave to their fathers. Bloodline men with their children is going back to their homeland, New Jerusalem. It's not a symbolic city. It's for fulfillment of prophecy, because these children was sent into all the lands on slave ships, in slavery, in the land of the north, and they're going to go back to their homeland, and they're going to have 12 gates for all the 12 tribes, and it's going to be a golden city, and you red dragons ain't coming in now. And if you do come even close to it, you're going to build the operation. You're going to be the servants and handmaids. And we might have so much spiritual power, we don't need you to build our city, but you're going to be the servants and handmaids round about. But I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to these elect Israelites worldwide. Death to America. Death to these red dragons. Shalom.